All right, guys. So my name is JayArUhCutz. I am not a barber. Okay, I'm a music producer, audio engineer, and currently working full time as a corrections officer in a state penitentiary, a state prison. And I'm not happy with what I'm doing in life as a career. I'm not happy with my job. I'm not happy with my schedule. I'm not happy with the money, so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful because being a corrections officer, you can make a lot of money if you work a lot of overtime. But, you know, the pay itself is okay. As I said, the only thing that's keeping me there is the benefits, because I do have 3 kids and a wife, and the benefits for the state are quite amazing here in Florida. So pretty much unmatched. So in terms of benefits, that's kind of what's keeping me there. However, the job itself is super easy. It's mainly the people that I work with. And don't get me wrong, there's some good people, but there's also just some terrible people. And it's hard to work for people. And I'm talking about supervisors and I'm talking about admin staff. I'm not talking about just other COs. It's hard to work with people that you don't have the same like vision as, you know what I'm saying? And you would do things totally different than the way they're doing things. And you know, that's where you kind of like clash, and you know, you have issues and problems. And I'm getting to the point now, I'm about 6-7 months in on the job. And I'm getting to the point where it's like, you know what, this is okay. Like, this job is okay, but there's so much more out there for me, man. I already know it. There's so much more career-wise, financially, so on and so forth. And, you know, the more and more I pray about it and get closer to God, the more he opens doors and opens my eyes to what's available to me, what opportunities I have, and what I can do. And, you know, it's just crazy because I stumbled upon my next blessing in my career, and that's cutting hair. That's being a barber. I never thought it. I always had the thought in the back of my mind that it would be cool to be a barber. You know, come and go as you please. You know, you can get your clients, and you know, it's fun. It might be fun to cut hair. You could be creative. You meet people. I always thought it was cool, but I never realized that you could actually have a career cutting hair, and then eventually owning a shop, and you know, so on and so forth. The possibilities are endless. But the career itself of cutting hair, I never thought of that as a career. I never thought of that as an opportunity to earn an income, you know. So I just didn't execute. I didn't think that it would be worth it. So I just, you know, let somebody else cut my hair. I never really tried to learn or anything. Well, now fast forward, I'm 34 years old. I went to school for audio production. I have my bachelor's degree. I taught digital audio production in the high school level from 9th through 12th grade for 2 years. That didn't work out. I thought that was my dream career. I thought I was going to be there till I was 60 years old, but that didn't work out. And, you know, I tried teaching 3rd grade just to see if maybe younger kids were better. That didn't work out. And now I'm back in corrections, which I did in the past for almost 3 years. And this isn't working out. And I'm always at a point, you know, as a creative individual, I'm always at a point where like I'm not content with what I'm doing for work. Like, I don't feel right about what I'm doing for work. It just bothers me, it irks me. And then I just quit and find something else. And I don't want to do that anymore, especially since my wife and my kids are depending on me for benefits and things like that right now. The beauty is my wife is in school right now, and she's about to be a nurse practitioner. She's going to be making 6 figures as soon as she gets out. So we're not worried about, you know, benefits and things like that when she becomes a nurse practitioner. So I'm keeping that in my mind, that this is temporary, corrections. So music is great. I love music. That's something I'm always gonna have a passion for. I'm always gonna have a love for music. I'm always gonna make music to the day that I die. But for a career, it just doesn't fit my lifestyle. It does not. The music industry is cutthroat. The music industry is highly competitive. It is slim to none opportunities and chances to really get somewhere in the music industry. You're spending more money than you're making in the music industry. there's just so many cons to pursuing the music industry as a career. And if you're single and you're young and you don't got no kids and you don't have no real responsibilities, you know, you might got a car note or a phone bill or insurance. But other than that, you could sleep in your car for a week and intern in the studio for 12 hours a day and meet people and make connections and travel or whatever you want and all those different things. So the music industry is more suited for people like that. For people like me in the 30s with kids and stuff, I can't do that. I can't. It's not in me to leave my family for 6 months at a time to go on tour. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do those things. I'd rather have something where I can be near my family, that I can be available to my family whenever I want, you know? And so right now, barbering will afford me that opportunity. If I could cut hair and make more money than what I'm making as a CO, and, you know, as long as I'm responsible and I pay my taxes and I save my money and so on and so forth, I'll be successful. And knowing me and the person that I am, like, I know how to provide customer service, man. I know how to provide a good service to someone and give them a good experience and to create clientele and so forth. I know all of that. I know business. I know all that stuff. I've incorporated all those things in all the jobs that I've worked and all the career fields that I've been into. So I'm super excited to incorporate that into this. And I still get to be creative. I still get to have fun. I still get to style and make, you know, just make somebody look great and feel better at the end of the day. Like, that's fire to me. And get paid for it, and get paid well. You know, you make your own prices, you set your own goals, you make your own schedule, you come and go as you please. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're your own boss, you do your own thing. Like, that's so fire to me. And again, the more and more I talk about it with people, and the more and more I talk about it with my wife, I even ask my kids, like, what do you think about Daddy cutting hair? You know, and my kids support me, my wife supports me, and of course, I look to God for confirmation. I look to God to make sure that I am doing this within His will and not my own. That I'm doing this not just for myself and for my family, but I'm doing this because this is what He wants me to do. And this is what He's leading me to do. Because the thought of barbering didn't just pop in my head randomly. Like, this is something that God has instilled in me. And I feel it and I know it, because once I pursue Him, it's like He opens the doors up for me. And that's what He's been doing since I've been literally praying about this and thinking about this. So I'm gonna go from this young man, 20 years old, going to Full Sail University and learning music production and audio engineering in the studio and trying to be a big time music producer, to being a barber at 34 years old. So I enrolled in Daytona State College for the Barber College. It's pretty inexpensive. It's not too bad. Now, of course, there's a lot of cosmetology and stuff, but I'm going to learn the basics. I'm going to learn the terminology. I'm going to learn everything that I need to learn, and I'm going to get my license through that. It's a 9-month program. I'm not starting it until the fall, though, because we have a lot of stuff planned throughout the summer, and they only offer classes in the spring and in the fall. So spring obviously is right now. They've already started that, and then we got stuff planned during the summer, and then I'm gonna start in the fall. So hopefully everything goes right, everything goes the way I'm thinking it's gonna go. But again, this is all based off of God and what He's telling me to do, so I'm gonna follow Him. If He tells me not to go to barber school, then I won't go to barber school. But at the end of the day, this is what I got lined up. And my wife and I did a devotion. My word was execution. Her word was consistency. She wants to stay consistent in her classes and going to school and not, dropping out or, taking a pause or whatever. And for me, I want to execute. So when God puts something in me, I need to execute on it, whether it's scary, whether it's daunting, whether it's something I don't want to do, but I need to do it. I need to execute. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys. I'm executing. So follow me on this journey. This is vlog number 1, day 1 of my barbering journey. Peace.